Hey friends, how you doing? Good to have you here. I'm Kat Miller, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what's really stopping you from having more clients right now. So welcome those of you who are here live. So good to have you here. If you're here watching the replay, if you could just pop a hashtag replay, if you're watching the replay, if you're here live, if you could pop a hashtag live, I'd love to know who's here. I love to hear your thoughts and your comments. So please pop them in the comments as we go along. And I always reply to the comments because I really love to know what's resonating for you. And I love to know what you're thinking and what's standing out for you. So I'm sharing 5 things that most people don't really think about. And I think it's going to be super valuable for you. I've learned this over the space of the last 19 years being in business and helping so many coaches over the last around 7 years now to grow their coaching business. And so if you're a coach or if you're an expert who has subject matter expertise and you want to grow that, you want to get more clients, then this is for you. Before I dive into that, I just want to share briefly for those of you who haven't heard of it already, that I'm super excited that I have an upcoming live free online workshop coming up. So if you haven't already put these dates in your diary, it's called How to Get Coaching Clients with Easy Marketing. And it's happening on 2 different dates. It's happening on Tuesday, the 15th of August and Saturday, the 19th of August. So pop those dates in your diary if you haven't already, and pop the word workshop into the comments right now, and I'll get you all the details. I'll send you the link for the invite. There's limited spaces for those free tickets. So just pop the word workshop if you would like to know all those details, and I'll get those out to you, or just DM me the word workshop. All right, let's talk about how to get you some more amazing clients. Get ready to take some notes. If you haven't already got a document open, get ready to take some notes. So consistent client attraction at scale, meaning growing your coaching business at scale and not just here, there, and everywhere, like, oh, I've got a client, but I don't know how I got it and I don't know how to get the next one. But having a systematic approach to client attraction, it's actually super easy if you're willing to do 3 things. You need 3 things. And I call this the client attraction formula. This is part of the formula. The first thing you need is a compelling content strategy. So compelling, meaning it attracts the right people, content strategy, and it needs to be consistent. So that's number 1. Number 2, you need client attraction funnels. So you need funnels, which is basically a client pathway. It's a journey to take someone from, when they first come across you as a stranger into a follower, into a lead, into a client. So you need that funnel system in place, and you want to automate that. And number 3, you need a conversion event, meaning some type of online event or presentation where you convert the right people. A small percentage of people who come to that event is going to want to work with you as your client. So you need a content strategy, client attraction funnels, and a conversion event. That's it, 3 things. The challenge is, why are more coaches not doing these 3 things? So that's what I want to tackle in this. And I want to share 5 things that I see stopping coaches from doing what it takes to get more clients right now. Like, why have you not got more clients right now? The first thing, number 1, write this down, is avoiding the things you're not good at. So number 1 mistake people make is avoiding the things you're not good at. And sometimes we have limiting beliefs around things in our business that we don't even realize are there at under the surface, and that are affecting everything. If you think of like an iceberg, it's not what's happening at the conscious level at the top of the iceberg, it's everything that's happening in our unconscious realm, the limiting beliefs that's causing us to avoid some of these things. So I want you to think about what you must be believing if you're avoiding these 3 things. If you don't have a compelling content strategy that's working, if you don't have client attraction funnels that are bringing you in consistent flow of leads, and if you don't have events that are signing up clients, there must be something that you're believing. So we want to reveal what those beliefs are. Maybe it's, I'm not good at marketing. I'm not good at sales. I'm not good at tech. I'm not good at content. I'm not good at presenting. These are all skills that you need as a business owner that you need to develop and be consistently developing. And until you consistently do these things, you're not going to get better at them. So we want to be out there, basically on the ground, out there online, usually doing these things, consistently showing up, because that's how we improve the skill of marketing, tech, sales, all those things. And if we're not improving them, we're going to come across as an amateur. And an amateur is someone who engages in a pursuit as a pastime, not as a professional. So you come across as a novice, as an amateur, even though you're an awesome coach and you can get people amazing results. If you don't have business skills, you come across as an amateur. So we need to make sure that we're getting professional in these skills in order for people to pay us good money for what we offer. A lot of coaches aren't getting clients because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to write content that compels the right people and turns them into clients. They don't know how to set up client attraction funnels, and they don't actually realize how easy it can be. They're not running online events because they actually get them clients. They might be running events, but they don't know how to actually convert those events into paid clients because they don't know how to structure their presentation in a way that gets people to actually convert to paid clients. So learning how to do these three things properly takes away so much of the manual work for you and frees up your time so that you can really focus on the important things that matter, like serving your clients, like really coaching people, getting them transformations, getting them breakthroughs and results, which is what most of you want to be spending your time on. So we don't have clients if we don't learn these other professional business skills. Like, for example, in the workshop, I'm showing you 4 things that your funnel needs, that every funnel needs in order to be the most simple path for leads to move through to clients. And you can set that up in less than 30 minutes. So I'm showing you how to do these things in the workshop. And marketing really is only hard if we're not good at it. And if it's not working, then it feels really hard and heavy. So we've got to be willing to learn how to do things differently. I spoke about this in one of my recent videos. It was basically about how to have a 6-figure coaching business, what it really takes. And I talked about one of the things was having a commitment to life outside of your comfort zone and facing into those things you find challenging and stopping avoiding them, stop running away from them, but doing those things. So successful coaches, they have rituals, they have routines, they have systems and practices in place, and they have the discipline to stick to it. So that's number 1, avoiding the things you're not good at. Does anyone relate to this? I know I certainly do. When I first started, I was avoiding so many things. And sometimes we think, oh, well, I am doing some marketing, but are you doing it at the level? If we're really honest with ourselves, are we doing it at the level that's really making a difference and getting us the result that we want? There's always a next level. All right, number 2, starting too many different things. Starting too many different things. A lot of times people don't succeed because they just start too many things and they don't stay on one path for long enough. They give up too easily. Unless you consistently do the same thing, you won't get better at it. I saw a thread recently, and I think it was that guy, Alex Hormozy, and he basically said, business is boring. Get used to it. Like, that was the gist of it. And so many people had comments on there that, yeah, it's about consistently showing up and finishing things, because it's far easier to just sit back and absorb and look at what everyone else is doing and get addicted to that and consuming, rather than having the discipline to sit and finish something and actually get it out there. And I'm the first to admit I struggle with this. I've started and stopped so many different things, and I call these half-built bridges. You might have heard me talk about this before. It's only fully built bridges that people pay for. It's only a fully built bridge that someone can travel over. People can't travel over a half-built bridge, right? So these could be a lead magnet that you started creating, a video that you had an idea for, a course that you started, a podcast, like all these different things. We get these ideas and we spend all this time on them, and we lose focus, we lose momentum, we bump up against a challenge, a mindset challenge, a skill set challenge, and it feels like too much effort, and we just walk away and we start building another bridge. And if we really think about the amount of time that we've spent and wasted starting things and not going back to them. All that time could have been put into having your blinkers on, being focused. I work only with women. Actually, I've got a couple of one-on-one male clients, but my group is all women. And I notice this as a tendency for women. We love to gather. We love to do all sorts of different things. And we need to bring it back in, put the blinkers on, stay focused on building one thing and finishing it. How many lead magnets have you started? How many events have you started planning for? You're not going to build a solid, sustainable, professional business with lots of small little disjointed actions. We're just not. Building a great business is about completing bridges that work and getting them to work, keeping tweaking until they work. And having that bridge is a predictable pipeline that you can rely on to grow your business. And really, the amazing clients and the lifestyle and the freedom that you want is on the other side of that completion. And when you finish that bridge, the right bridge, and how do you know it's the right bridge? You really need an expert to help you with this. You need a mentor to tell you that you're on the right track. Then you can stop stressing, you can breathe easier, and you can really watch your business grow. So that's number 2, starting too many different things. Anybody relate to this? Because I'm sure it's not just me. I see this in my work all the time with my clients. All right, number 3, caring too much what other people think. And this was probably my biggest one and something that I'm still working on. If we want to succeed as an entrepreneur, we have to stop caring what people think. It's actually none of our business. We are here to serve a certain group of people. We're not here to serve the whole world. We're here to serve our ideal clients. And we need to make sure our marketing just speaks to our ideal clients. And then if you imagine like a ring, a target, and you got the layers. If you think of the bullseye, if you think of your bullseye client, just talk to them. And you've got all this periphery. You're not talking to them. You're not talking to those people. So their opinion doesn't matter. It actually doesn't matter. If you actually knew how little people were thinking of you, you would probably stop worrying about it. So this stops people from showing up on Facebook Lives. This stops people from fully going all in with their opinion on something that could be a little bit controversial, a little bit edgy. Oh, I'm going to water it down because I care too much what everyone thinks. We should only care what our ideal client thinks from a marketing perspective. Obviously, it's different with our loved ones, our family, partner, etc. I'm talking from a marketing perspective. We need to just focus on that ideal client that we're serving. And we need to show up without the imposter syndrome. Has anyone been plagued by that monster, the imposter syndrome? It's really damaging and it's costing you if you're caring too much what people think. We cannot afford to entertain it. Imagine what would be possible if you just focused on showing up for that person that you're here to serve and you truly didn't care what other people outside of that thought. What would you do differently? You'd probably show up more often. You'd probably show up more authentic. You'd probably show up more bold and brave and resilient, is my guess. So that's number 3, caring too much what other people think. Anyone guilty? Anyone vulnerable enough to say, yep, I've struggled with that one. I've struggled with all of these, by the way. This is definitely not, this is me preaching to myself because these are things that all successful entrepreneurs have nailed. I haven't fully mastered it yet, on my way. And it's something that I've just learned. It's taken me a long time to learn. So I want to save you from some of the heartache. All right, number 4, thinking inconsistency is no big deal. Inconsistency is a big deal. This is an interesting one. A lot of coaches only show up when they feel like it. Successful people show up whether they feel like it or not. And the challenge, if you're not showing up consistently, is that people don't trust you. People don't trust you if you're here today and then you disappear for a month and then you're back and then you disappear again and you're not consistent. The more consistent you are, the more people will trust you. I had a lady, she was on a session recently and she said to me, when you first started out, what did you do if not many people showed up to your workshops? And this is a question I get a lot of, like, what if no one shows up? And I said, if one person shows up, I pretend that lots of people have shown up, and I just run it. I mean, maybe you adjust your communication style slightly, but I don't drop my energy. I don't go into, oh, what's wrong with me? I deliver because that one person matters. What's it saying to your audience if you have an energy of disappointment because only one person's there? That one person could be your best client. That one person could be a client for 10 years. They could pay you 50 grand. Like, we need to keep showing up consistently. We don't want to pull things down because not enough people are registered for them. And I remember learning this when I was a personal trainer. I used to run a boot camp in New Zealand. And in New Zealand, it rains a lot during winter. And the boot camp happened rain, hail, or shine. If it rained and it was really muddy on the field where we used to have boot camp, I'd just find a location. I'd find like a car park, or like where there's a roof thing sticking out. We'd get under there and I would improvise. We would do step ups and jumps and all sorts of things. I would always modify, but I always showed up. Sometimes there was one person, it was freezing cold. I would always be there. So people trusted that consistency. And I'd just frame it. I'd say, lucky you get a one-on-one session and you're paying, a quarter of the amount or whatever it was. And so I remember my very first group program that I sold. It was 6 months program and 2 people bought it. And every single week I showed up 24 sessions. I didn't say, hey, we're not going to do it because there's only 2 of you. 2 people's a group. It's a group program. So you want that feeling of trust. You want people to trust you, because if you don't keep showing up, what's that teaching your clients? Think about the bootcamp scenario. I would be teaching my clients, if I stayed home because it's cold, that you only turn up when it's comfortable. So do you turn up because you're committed or because it's comfortable? I've had people say, oh, I've tried Facebook Lives videos. I didn't get any clients from it. And I've said, how many did you do? And they said, oh, I did like 5. I said, well, I don't think doing that and just saying that whole strategy doesn't work is a good enough reason to throw it away. I've personally been doing Facebook Live videos every single week since May 2019. So over 4 years, every single week. I don't do them to get clients. I do them to serve my community. I do them to provide value. I do them to provide free education. And a lot of people watch the videos, not always live, but a lot of people go back and watch the replays. And then a small percentage of people sign up as a client as a result of watching the videos. And that's worth it. But I don't chuck that out just because I said, oh, I did a video and no one signed up that time. It's the culmination of the strategy and the consistency that really is the thing that builds that trust, because without the trust, you've got nothing. You want to be able to speed up that trust. And so that comes very quickly by demonstrating your value and being really consistent. So that's number 4, thinking inconsistency is no big deal. Is this helpful, team? Great to have you here. Trish and Butter and Gaynor. And who else have we got? Maya and Wendy. Hey, welcome. Hope this is helping. All right, number 5, team. Number 5 is not being willing to invest the necessary time, energy, and money. Not being willing to invest the necessary time, energy, and money. This is a big one. So many people over the years have told me that they're not getting enough clients. So I walk them through I talk them through the strategy to get clients, and I ask them what their current strategy is. And I discover that they've barely spent a cent on proper business training, proper business mentoring and marketing, and they don't have a coach themselves, and they're coaches. And I believe if you don't buy coaching services, it's really hard to sell coaching services, because how can you really fully stand behind your product if you don't purchase it yourself? And I've found that a lot of people are really brilliant at what they teach, but they're not brilliant at business. And to make it as a successful coach, you need to invest the time, energy, and money to learning business skills. You need to know how to market yourself effectively. You need to know copywriting, how to use social media, how to write influential content, how to position yourself, how to run events that convert, how to set up the tech. that takes money, it takes time, it takes energy. But we don't have a lot of overheads. We don't have to like fit out a shop with all this stock and inventory. We basically just need a few subscriptions. And so we have this excess surplus that a lot of brick and mortar businesses don't have to spend. And the best thing to invest that in is education. And everything is learnable. Every skill you need to learn in business is learnable. So that's number 5, not being willing to invest the necessary time, money, and energy. When you get expert help, it accelerates your success. And I've never regretted any cent that I've spent on education. On my journey as a coach, I've realized that the smartest thing that I can do is invest money into someone who has achieved what I want to achieve, someone who's further down the journey, someone who's done what I want to do and can fill in those gaps for me of why it's not working. It's not just about learning either. It's about accountability and support to actually implement and get it done. And when you have that expert guiding you, the sky's your limit. Your impact, your income, your influence, it has no ceiling. You can make as much money as you want. You can grow your business as big as you want it to be. And if you want that, if you know it's your time to start really making that impact and making the income that you deserve, then I would love to be that mentor, be that guide for you. And the first step is coming to my all-day workshop, where I can be that guide and mentor for you. I can share with you the expert skills that I've developed over many, many years of trial and error. I've spent a lot of money, a lot of time on refining and improving and tweaking the content of this workshop. I've put it into a formula and I'm sharing it for free because I really want to help as many coaches as possible. And also there's always a small percentage of people that want to work closer with me and they get a taste of what it's like. So I'm showing you how to build out your compelling content strategy, how to create client attraction funnels, and how to create conversion events that get the right people to sign up working with you. So if you would like to join us, again, there are 2 dates, the 15th and 19th of August. Just pop the word workshop into the comments right now. Oh, you're welcome, Butter. And I'll show you exactly how you can get that steady stream of clients, quality clients, and do it in a way that's fast and easy and enjoyable. So the spaces are limited. So just DM me the word workshop or drop the word workshop into the comments right now and I'll send you the invite. So thank you for tuning in. It was so great to have you here with me. I'd love it if you could just pop in the chat box. What was one thing that you liked about this video? What was one thing that stood out to you? I'd really appreciate if you shared. I always like to know what's helpful for people. So that would be just an amazing gift if you could just share one thing that you really enjoyed from this video. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, keep showing up, keep sharing, keep shining, because the world needs you. Thank you for being here. Take care, my friends, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.